What's up, y'all? Welcome back to ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. I'm your host, Isaiah. And y'all, the Seattle Seahawks are looking like the team I thought they were going to be. Coming into this 2024 NFL season, I had very high expectations for the Seattle Seahawks, and so far, y'all, they have proven me right as they're playing some really good football through 3 weeks. And I want to start with this defense, y'all, because this might be the best defense in the NFL. They're first in passing defense, second in total defense, and fourth in scoring defense, y'all. I think this is because of their new head coach, Mike Macdonald, man. I think he's the best defensive-minded coach in the NFL, y'all. I love the way he mixes and matches and disguises his coverages and blitzes. I love the way he deploys Julian Love and Devin Witherspoon around that secondary, y'all. And I love the way he's able to use the Seahawks' depth on the defensive line to his advantage, y'all. Speaking of the Seahawks' depth on their defensive line, I mean, they have so many quality players from Byron Murphy to Leonard Williams to Jaron Reed to Mike Morris, man. I mean, just so many guys that can play for them, y'all. And that is exactly what Mike Macdonald does, because on one play, he might have Jaron Reed at the 0 tech, Leonard Williams at the 3 tech, and Byron Murphy at the 5 tech. And then in the next play, y'all, he can bring in Jonathan Hankins at the 0 tech, Mike Morris at the 3 tech, and then Draymond Jones at the 5 tech. And so because he is constantly just mixing and matching things up, you know, for our offense, you can really never get a feel for what the Seahawks are doing defensively, right? Because they are just constantly changing things, y'all. And not a lot of coaches do this. You know, a lot of coaches, y'all, they just stick to their script. They stick to what they do, and that's all they do. They never, run any exotic plays. They never try to, dial up some really exotic schemes or anything of that nature. They just, run like the basic cookie cutter stuff. But that is not what Mike Macdonald does. Oh, yeah, you don't know who's blitzing. I remember that first game against the Denver Broncos, and it looked like Leonard Williams, he was going to be blitzing, y'all. Then all of a sudden, he dropped in the coverage, right? And that really, really surprised me. I was like, what? I've never seen Leonard Williams drop in the coverage before. But again, that just goes to show you the genius that Mike Macdonald is, y'all, when it comes to coaching up defense. When you look at these 2 edge rushers, 2 young guys, Boye Mafe, Derek Hall, man, we know Boye Mafe last year, he had a breakout season. He had 9 sacks. So far, y'all, looks like he's going to eclipse that, as he already has 3 sacks through 3 games. And Derek Hall, y'all, he's having a breakout season so far. He already has 3 sacks through 3 games. And last year as a rookie, he didn't have a single sack. So I love those 2 edge rushers, man. 2 very athletic, very speedy guys they have on the edge, y'all. You look at his linebacker, man, Tyrell Dodson, former linebacker for the Buffalo Bills. And a lot of people had questions as to whether Tyrell Dodson was, a really good caliber linebacker in this league, and I thought he could be. Last year he started about 8 or 9 games for the Buffalo Bills, but a lot of people want to see if he could just be more consistent, y'all. So far, he looks like a Pro Bowl caliber linebacker. And then the secondary, I talked about earlier, the way he moves around Julian Love and Devin Witherspoon, y'all. I mean, Julian Love, it might be a top 5 safety in the league. Devin Witherspoon, I think, is the best nickel back in the league. And then Tariq Woolen, y'all. I mean, can we just shout out Tariq Woolen? Remember last year, a lot of people criticized him because he had a down season compared to what he did in his rookie year. Mind y'all, he still had a pretty solid campaign last year, but a lot of people thought it was down year compared to what he did in his rookie year. But y'all, this year, I mean, so far, Tariq Woolen's like the best cornerback in the league. He's only allowed 1 catch on the season, man. I mean, he's just a shutdown corner. So you look at this defense as a whole, man, I really love it, y'all. They're deep. They are talented on all levels of this defense. I don't think they're lacking at any single position, y'all. And so I cannot wait to see what the Seahawks continue to do defensively, y'all. Then moving to their offense, man. And this team just has so many weapons. We all know it. DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Tyler Lockett, Noah Fant, man, Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet. I mean, they just got playmakers galore. And their quarterback, Geno Smith, y'all, listen, I'm a big Geno Smith fan. I think he's a top 12 quarterback, maybe even top 10 quarterback in the NFL. He is so accurate. He has completed 74.8% of his passes so far on the season, y'all. He's throwing for almost 250 yards per game. And Geno, is he a superstar? No. Is he going to really give, these incredible, spectacular plays? No, y'all. But he plays to his strengths, man. And because he plays to his strengths, he doesn't try to be, a guy that he isn't. He just does what he does well, y'all. It gives Seattle Seahawks basically a chance to win every single game, right? Because in the NFL, you do need pretty solid quarterback play. You need more than just solid quarterback play, but you do need solid quarterback play to win games. And they definitely get that from Geno Smith on a game in, game out basis, y'all. And then again, when you have all the playmakers that they have, man, I mean, it just is going to give you an advantage that a lot of teams don't have, because not a lot of offenses have the amount of weapons that the Seattle Seahawks possess, y'all. And what I love is all these guys bring something different to the table, right? Because DK, he's like that big, physical, fast, freak of nature guy. Jack Smith and Jigba, he's like your prototypical, slot wide receiver, man. And Tyler Lockett, he's just your really good veteran wide receiver, very savvy, has really good hands. And then even in the back for y'all, Kenneth Walker, he's more of a thumper. Zach Sharman, he brings, a little bit of element of speed and explosiveness to the backfield. So overall, y'all, this roster is really complete. This is why I was highlighting the Seahawks team. The only thing that really concerns me about the Seahawks, y'all, is their offensive line, right? And the offensive line has already given them major problems, as the Seattle Seahawks are one of the worst teams in third down situations, particularly in third and long. You know why they're so bad in third and long? It's not because they don't have the wide receivers to convert those third downs, y'all. It's because the offensive line does not give their quarterback, Geno Smith, enough time to find his wide receivers down the field. But if this offensive line can just become a decent unit, y'all, I mean, the Seattle Seahawks have a legit chance to win a Super Bowl, like seriously. And I had them winning 11 games. I had them winning the NFC West, and I had them, y'all, going to the NFC Championship game, because I just really love what they had offensively and defensively. And I told people that the Seattle Seahawks, man, listen, Pete Carroll is one of the best coaches in NFL history, but it was just time for them to move on to him. Now they have fresh, innovative ideas, y'all, and it is really paying dividends for the Seattle Seahawks team, as they have a really good defense, y'all, a really good offense, and a really good coaching staff that could maybe lead them to a Super Bowl, man. So there was another episode of ZayMoolah Sports Podcast. Remember, y'all, laugh good messages. What? Make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm gonna end it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.